Hello everyone, I am bringing you a car review today. I actually haven't done this for a long time. The last car I reviewed was Sergio's Cobalt SS, but today I have my friend Jose.
Hi guys.
And he has a brand new Accord 2.0 turbo. He actually came from a 1.5 Accord, so it'll be interesting to hear his perspective on having both of those engines and why he swapped over. Anyway, Jose, give me a walk around.
All right, so first things first, we got the 2.0 in a lunar silver, the best color you could ever get. It's so much better than white. I know you guys like some white Accords out there. Another thing you like about the car is 19-inch rims, but in the front we can see the Sport gets bigger brakes than usual, bigger than all the other trims except for the Touring. I believe the EXL 2.0 actually has bigger brakes as well. So we got, you know, blind spot detection, a new thing from Honda.
Cool.
And let's see what else. Keyless entry, not so new, but the generation is new. Fun fact, if you guys actually get the Sport model, you guys don't get that weird chrome piece that goes under the door right here. Camera will probably put a picture in the video to show you. It goes right here as well.
I like it better without the chrome, without even seeing what the chrome would look like.
The only modification I have on here is LED reflector lights. I don't know if the camera will show you some justice, but here it goes.
Oh yeah, I got that, good.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. Was that a pain to install?
No, actually we just had to take, well, I just had to take out the bumper and the harnesses supplied and all that, and it's real nice to modify.
Did the windows come tinted that dark?
No, I actually had them professionally done.
Awesome.
The back is 5% and then the front is 20%. But due to California's heat, we like to have our windows down sometimes.
Yeah, I need to get mine tinted still. Jose, you were telling me that you had a 1.5 Accord for about a year and a half.
Yes, I had a 1.5 Accord CVT automatic, for those of you that don't know what transmission it had, because I know there's two for the Sport. There's a manual 6-speed and there's a CVT, both producing 192 torque and 192 horsepower.
Okay. And what made you, so first of all, how was your ownership experience with that car?
I would use it for commuting, so I had a good 52k miles into it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, and that was only one year and a half of ownership, and it was just slightly racking up more and more every day. So every day I would do 120 miles commute, 63 to my work and 63 back. So anyways, what made me go to the 2.0 was I honestly wanted more power. I wanted a sleeper car, and I wanted something that would be more reliable. And I felt the CVT was nice and it was reliable compared to other brands. I don't want to bash on them, but I just felt like the CVT felt so rubber bandy, and I wanted automatic transmission because I come from older cars such as Silverados, Mustangs, and all that. So, you know, I like those automatic transmission. Mustang, on the other hand, I do have them for manual transmission. That's a different story though. But the 10-speed is great. It's more fluid than the CVT. The CVT likes to mimic the gear ratio, so it'll be like gear 1, 2, and 3. The compression will try to mimic, you know, those steps that an automatic transmission. So, fun fact also, the Sport only has the 1 through 7 gear on the CVT, so you can't really do that in the LX or the EX model. So I wanted to get something that's more reliable, so I ended up going with the 2.0 only because, one, I would only lose between 1 to 2 mpgs, and 2, you get a 10-speed automatic that's real nice and smoother.
And a lot more power.
Oh, and of course, a lot more power, of course.
So what I want to know, all of Honda's cars so far, with these new turbo powertrains, they're rated at having more horsepower than torque, right? So the SI it's rated at 205 and 192. All the other Civic models are rated with more horsepower than torque. And then they come out and they start marketing this car and they say it only has 252 horsepower, but it has 273 pound-feet of torque.
Yes.
So that doesn't really make any sense. I haven't seen any dyno charts, but there has been some suspicion that Honda did that just for marketing purposes. They underrated it, and that it actually does make more than 252 horsepower to the crank. I don't know.
So I understand what
It's definitely suspicious.
It's suspicious, but I can see why they did that, because this will be considered the dad car.
This could be considered the dad car, yeah.
And they wanted to extend to a more audience approach, because you kind of see older people buying these type of cars, where the youngsters would like to buy the 1.5 just to get the entry level, you know?
Right.
And so what they did was they made the Type R motor. They kind of detuned it so it's good for everyday use. Because if you buy a Type R, we all know you're dogging that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even SI owners, are you guilty yourself?
I'm very guilty myself, yeah.
So yeah, the audience is actually very different.
Do you have any modification plans for this?
I'm thinking about painting the roof again, just like my 1.5 that I had. Ktuning it, and just doing like slight little mods, such as making it kind of the headlights like more touring related.
Okay.
So the headlights, we have the front LEDs, the fog lights are LEDs, but the only thing that really throws me off is the high beams. They're halogen, and it's 2020 Honda. We kind of want all LEDs now.
Oh, power seats.
Oh yeah, that's a luxury.
Bro, I kind of sit like a grandpa, as people have mentioned in my comments before.
Have you ever driven a 2.0?
I have never driven 2.0. No, I'm pretty excited.
So what do you expect?
I definitely, so with a 10-speed automatic, I don't know what to expect. I think it's gonna be faster than I think. I don't know, because you're obviously taking the human potential for error out of the shifting. So the thing I like about this already over mine is that the cup holders in my car are in between the armrest and the shifter. Yeah. So if you have drinks that are over, I don't know, 6-7 inches tall, then your forearm is like kind of rubbing against those. Yes. So it's kind of annoying, but this, you don't have to worry about that at all. And you have the Honda Sensing?
Yes. All Accords come with it since 2018.
Awesome.
I believe 9th Gen had it as a $1,000 pack add-on.
Okay. I always get a little nervous driving other people's cars. Okay.
1.5.
This feels so smooth, man.
I know. And not only that, you're barely on regular mode.
Wow. This is really nice.
And don't be afraid of push hard, Cameron, because the car's already broken in.
I'll give it like half throttle right now. Dude, this feels really good. And that transmission is very quick. That feels awesome. Yeah, the road noise is definitely better in this car than mine. Oh my God, it reads the speed limit signs?
Yes.
And it tells you the speed limit?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
You guys don't have that feature?
I don't have that, no. So in sport mode, does it stiffen the suspension?
No, that is only a touring thing.
Okay.
So your SI, I believe, has dampeners as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so tourings only get the dampeners.
I'm gonna flip a UE and we'll go back to those roads back there, and I'll open it up. But I mean, just driving through town, this is a real treat, man. I don't know why I put my blinker on, but push down for reverse.
You do it just like me.
Oh wow, the visibility in this car is crazy, man.
I know.
That's nice. I really appreciate that. When I go to look behind my car, like when I'm backing up, I can't really look at anything because the butt is so tall in my car.
Oh yeah, and then the spoiler.
Yeah, but this one, the rear end like swoops down, kind of like an Audi, and wow, visibility is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in sport mode.
So mirrors are in red.
Yeah, you immediately feel a difference. I think that I put it in sport mode and the transmission downshifted.
Yes.
That's cool. Okay, so now
you hear the motor.
Now it's revving. It's automatically revving higher. I'm noticing It has a slightly by a few hundred RPM, it has a slightly lower red line than the Type R. Do you know exactly what the differences in the engine and the powertrain setup are between this and the Type R?
I believe it's the turbo. It's smaller in here.
Okay.
And then also the downpipe.
But the 6-speed manual for the Accord, is it the same transmission as the Type R?
No. A lot of people say that the transmission for the manual trans, that is, it feels dumbed down. So like, it feels just good for like casual driving.
Okay.
So even with the short shifter, it doesn't feel, you know, the same.
I can't see Honda going ahead and spending all that money on making a separate transmission entirely just for the Accord. So it probably uses the same housing and most of the same components. Here, I'm gonna put it down. Okay. All right. That felt good.
You got a little squirrely right there.
That felt very strong. What kind of tires are on this?
The stock ones from the dealership, which are Michelin's.
Are they all seasons?
I believe so.
Okay. I don't want to beat on it more, but I do want to mess around with the paddle shifter. So if I downshift. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Dude. I think if we were to race, it would be a good race, man. But this thing, I would have to work. Because this thing shifts very fast. Yeah, it definitely feels more spacious. This is nice, very comfortable cabin. I could live with this. So with a 10-speed automatic, that must get better gas mileage than the 6-speed manual version of this.
Yes, it's also faster, of course, by I believe half a second.
Okay, to like the quarter mile?
Yeah, to 60.
Just for comparison, I want to see what the paddle shifters are like in normal mode. So I'm gonna downshift at 35 miles an hour, 1500 RPM. Okay. You test drove this before you bought it? Or did you just go buy it?
So, I kind of went all around. So, I kind of test drove different 2.0s. They all feel kind of different because every car is different, of course. But this is the one that I knew that I wanted because they got it from a different dealership to get it to me because the power plant for Honda went down. It's really hard to get 2.0s right now because dealers are kind of marking them up, so they're very scarce about them.
They're marking up the Accords too?
Yes, they're marking up. They're marking up just the 2.0s.
Yeah.
So anything that's Sport 2.0, they're really marking up.
Dealers are scum.
I know,
but that's a different discussion.
I got this one for $28K. So.
What, really?
That is before taxes.
That's a great price.
I know.
The MSRP is a lot more than that.
Yes, I did my digging and digging and digging. And
I'm sure you did.
You just gotta be aggressive, man.
Dude, good job. 28K, wow. Okay, so another thing I'm noticing, you feel like you're sitting pretty low in this car.
Yes.
I think you might be sitting, I mean, it feels like you're sitting lower than my car. Solid door, I like that. I have those big heavy doors in my coupe. This is like a Honda trend right now with their cars having a separate piece in the front of the hood.
Yeah.
Mine has that too. This piece right there.
Would you trade your SI for a 2.0?
For what I'm trying to achieve on the YouTube channel, no. Doesn't mean it's not a worthy car. I mean, this is a very cool car. It is definitely more comfortable. It's more quiet. It feels more refined, you know? A lot of people say that feels more refined, and that kind of sounds like I'm just copying people when I say that, but it really does. Like if you drive, like I just drove my SI and then I drove this, and this feels so smooth and easy. I think it'd be really cool if you did like an intake or something where you could hear the turbo spool.
Yeah.
That's all it took for my car is the PRL Cobra cold air intake. And what it does is it removes, obviously it removes the stock airbox, but the stock airbox has, it's just so, it muffles the sound a lot.
Yeah.
So if you open that all up, you hear the turbo sucking in the air, you get the blow off sounds too. I do want to get I already told everyone that I need to get my intercooler on, and then I want to get my downpipe on as well before I do any more races, so it might be a little bit. But
You also forgot, we're gonna have to commute to Mexico.
we're gonna have to drive all the way down to Mexico. The long drive to Mexico.
Oh, great.
It'll be worth it though.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, man, I definitely look forward to that.
So, would you think this will beat Sergio's Cobalt or what?
Damn, dude, that Cobalt is so fast. I'm not sure. How about let's put Sergio on the spot and tell Sergio to come down here and race you.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool race.
Hey, Sergio, meet me in Mexico.
Oh.
I actually want to see that race. Serge, don't let me down.
I think he's down. I think Sergio is, he's hunting for more races.
I just don't want to end up like the Evo.